Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have kissed the wives and the foreheads of your kids and put them to bed because y'all ain't seen them until February. It is week one action, and this is your Social Sports Pad Podcast.
We return to football, baby!
Yeah. So, as you heard, that was Cobra. With me, as always, is Ben and the Cobra. I am your host, Ricky, and we are talking about the Thursday night game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions, taking place in the lovely Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Basically, here is how we are going to go ahead and do that. Gentlemen, we are going to go Cobra, then Ben, then me, and we are going to go straight up. Who do you think's going to win between the Chiefs and the Lions? Then we're going to see, because Vegas has the Kansas City
Welcome
Chiefs.
in, Jamie. Welcome
right.
in.
Welcome, Jamie.
Welcome, Jamie.
Hello,
Right.
hello.
Okay. So, basically, letting you know, kind of repeating myself on this one, how we're going to do it is we're going to go straight up Chiefs and Lions. Then we're going to say if the Chiefs are going to win by 6.5, which is what the current Vegas odds are. And then I want you guys to tell me who you think is going to be your holla at ya boy play of the game. Yeah, kind of get that bold little moves. Then after we get done with talking those points, we're going to talk about the impact potential of Travis Kelce's injury that happened just today, Wednesday after practice, which was originally diagnosed as a hyperextension, but seems like it might be worse. So we'll go ahead and talk about that. And then finally, we're going to discuss, again, like we're going to do every week at this time, who our bottom feeders, our tankmen are in the NFL. So you guys ready?
Let's do this.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, so with Jamie, basically just adds, Jamie before me. So Cobra, you're going to start, then Ben, then Jamie, then me. So Cobra, go ahead, take it away. The Lions at the Chiefs.
Well, first of all, it's glad to be back with football, baby. And besides the fact that football is back, I'm going to say, behold, your first sleeper hot take of the week. The Lions are going over the Chiefs.
Okay.
The impact that Travis Kelce has is very impactful towards the Chiefs. That is why the Lions are going over the Chiefs, therefore beating the Vegas spread.
Okay, so who's your holla at your boy?
Holla at your boy, Archimedes St. Brown.
You mean Amon-Ra?
Amon-Ra, yeah. I don't know why.
Why do you say Archimedes?
I didn't know his name. I gotta respect his name. He's on my fantasy football team. I should know this.
Yes, Sun God, sir.
This ain't Kotal Khan.
All right, so Ben, what you got? What you saying?
I totally disagree. I don't think the Lions are going to win that game. I feel like the Chiefs are still going to dominate. It might be a close game, yes.
How close? Is it within 6.5 points?
I would give it about probably 6.5, 7 points.
Well, I mean, Vegas is saying 6.5. Do you say the Chiefs are going to cover the spread?
I think they'll cover the spread.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
And you holla at your boy? And why?
Holler at your boy.
You're not gonna say Lord Mahomes because of his typical Roger Goodell bullshit, are you?
Mahomes ain't a Roger Goodell bullshit, boy.
Give it time. Give it time. Roger Goodell's looking for a new fuck pony ever since Tom Brady left him.
How about Andy Reid for winning a game without EB?
Oh, okay. All right, Jamie, what you got?
If Travis Kelce does not play.
He's not.
Then
It's a hyperextended knee, and it might be worse.
Until they officially say it, I'm gonna go with that he's day to day. But I doubt that he's going to play. So in that case, I don't think they're going to hit the spread. I think they're just going to become like a -2 instead of a -6.5.
Okay.
So my holler at your boy is from the Lions. It's going to be Sam Laporta, the rookie tight end, is going to make a splash, having probably about, I'd say, 5 catches because they're going to be playing from behind for about 80 yards and a touchdown.
All right, good takes, guys. So basically what I am doing right now is I am
pulling up fantasy football so you can get tight end players just in case you need to find a replacement for Kelce for week 1 if you have it.
Not only that, because I am going to throw out a wonderful guy to be on the mark for your
Holla boy.
Well, no, not even my holla boy, but your bargain shopping when it comes to your FanDuel and DraftKings.
Please gamble responsibly, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, but Noah Gray should be a guy that you definitely put on your lineups for the Kansas City Chiefs. He is the next man up, just in case that Travis Kelce does not play. And
shall we say to visit fanatics.com and get his jersey?
Oh, great! No, it's too soon.
Too soon for that. Too soon for that. Even way too soon for the I Love You collection.
Yeah,
Ooh.
no, but yeah, that's one of the collections that you can get at fanatics.com.
Yeah,
follow the link in the profile. I mean, I was gonna say the Sam Laporta jersey would be, definitely Jamie's pick,
or perhaps probably even a little bit more of a fantasy sleeper for you if you like. How about a Dalton Kincaid jersey? He might be a sleeper.
That was something we can talk about next episode, sir. We're talking Chiefs and Lions, not Buffalo Bills.
I was talking pure fantasy. I was not talking about our wonderful Buffalo Bills.
I recently made a purchase on the website.
Hello.
What you get?
I got a Sam Howell jersey and a Commander's hat.
All right.
Brittany would love you, by the way.
So I'm gonna, guys.
But she loves
guys. Focus, because it's my turn now to say who my boy is.
You're right, Ben. Focus, you.
Who's your boy? Who's your boy?
Who's my boy? But I mean, seriously, me, I definitely am going to say that the Chiefs are going to beat the Lions. This is going to be
motherfuckers going Bill Schwartzky super fans over here.
I mean, it's going to be a lot closer. The Lions are definitely improved, but Goff is gonna Goff.
Yeah, it's not easy beating Goff.
Yep,
He's not gonna go out.
But no, so the guy that I definitely see is going to be my holla at your boy player of the game is going to be Richie James of the Kansas City Chiefs. I definitely, I definitely see that with Travis Kelce potentially sitting out, that Mahomes is going to have to spread the ball around. And he's going to spread that ball around, like an 8 ball at a crack dealer house. So
I thought you were going to say spread it like cheeks.
No. Seriously, this isn't the Raiders and Max Crosby.
Hi-yo.
But no, but yeah. So basically, we want to going into Travis Kelce. Yes. Wednesday's practice, Travis Kelce hyperextended a knee. When it was originally diagnosed, but it looks like it's going to be much worse. But he is going to try and test it out on Wednesday. They say that the ACL is intact. So
why is this? To be fair, Ricky, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but why does this sound familiar?
Because it's a football injury.
I know that, but I'm saying, why does this sound familiar? Pointing directly to my left knee.
I mean, I'm just saying,
because
Not everything is about you, sir, but hey, it does.
I'm just
pointing.
pointing out similarities here, not trying to toot my own horn here or whoa agonies here.
Just saying, we're talking Travis Kelce. We are talking that basically there is at least one fantasy owner in every league in the NFL that is crying themselves to sleep tonight because they aren't going to win the Super Bowl, sir. They're not doing it.
They're not the Steelers.
Okay, but no. So ESPN's like, hey, these are some guys to look out for, in case Travis Kelce doesn't play. I mean, expect that Travis Kelce does not play for your league. Basically, you just bend over and grab your ankles because you're taking the L. No, not gonna lie. Without Travis Kelce, in a PPR league, that's 20 points that you pretty much just lost. Yes. And anybody right now on your waiver wire is somebody that's possibly, 8 to 10. So 10 points, that's a 10-point swing against you.
Swing.
But a couple of guys, well, actually, I'm going to let you guys I want you to throw me a name that you see that maybe is available in some leagues, kind of a deep sleeper kind of guy that you would possibly pick up if you didn't do it on draft night for your backup tight end. All right.
Well, I already kind of hit on that because I actually did that in my league already. Not mine necessarily league, but in a league, I have Travis Kelce, and I seen the news, and just for insurance, because I wasn't planning on picking up another tight end until his bye week, Sam Laporta was there.
I mean, that was one direction I could have gone, because in one of my leagues, I do also have Travis Kelce that I drafted. And I had the same thought, like, hey, Travis Kelce, that's going to guarantee 20 points a week in a position that not many players succeed in. But I wound up picking up Jawan Johnson from the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr likes his tight ends. I mean, who doesn't?
Facts.
And Jawan Johnson is a player who was a receiver who converted over to tight end, who actually was gaining some traction this week.
Yeah.
So definitely a good pickup there. Cobra, what do you think?
Well, a couple options I do have for you if you have lost Travis Kelce to injury on week 1. I mentioned him earlier. Dalton Kincaid is probably going to be a very good cheap option for you because a lot of people do sleep on rookies. But according to a lot of training camps, Josh Allen really does love Dalton Kincaid. They might use him on the pure wide receiver side of things too, as like a slot or four gap.
I mean, that might be a good one.
Another one I had as an option was the tight end from the Giants, Waller.
Well, I'm not going to lie, Waller is more than likely picked up by everybody.
More than likely, yeah. Because
would be Kincaid.
Yeah. Because Danny Derps definitely dinks and dunks his way like his idol, vintage Eli Manning.
I mean, like seriously, Danny Jones is, essentially Eli Manning who can run.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, Ben. Because we haven't given Ben a chance, to kind throw.
I got one more if Ben doesn't say it.
Okay. Yeah. I
You
mean,
want to know who I would pick?
Not Logan Thomas.
No, fuck no. I'd probably just pick up the backup tight end in KC, and then wait until Kelce was healthy.
Because Mahomes is going to pull his, he's going to channel Roger Goodell's favorite brandy snifter drinking fuck buddy Tom Brady and dink and dunk his way to bullshit.
Yep.
And then in about a few years, Roger Goodell will kumbaya circle jerk Patrick Mahomes. So there's that.
So yeah, I'm going to also.
I got one more.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got one more that I can possibly say would be a great
Yep.
one.
So I think a great play for this week, because with it being Travis Kelce, all you can really count on is 1 week.
Yep.
As it stands right now. So I'm going to actually go with Green Bay Packers starting tight end Luke Musgrave.
Well, yeah,
'Cause-
I've heard good things about Musgrave.
Yep, this guy, he and
Especially
Jordan
if you
Love
listen to
have a
the
good
Tom
connection.
Cressy podcast.
Mm-hmm. Him and Jordan Love have a good connection. And when you look at the Green Bay offense, you're going to see a lot of running. You're going to see some passes of Christian Watson. And then it's a giant question mark. And Luke Musgrave at 6'6" and has some speed. He is going to be the red zone target that is not with the last name Watson.
Yep, fair. Another name that I was going to actually have two names kind of put out there. They're on the Raiders. All right, because as much as like everybody says that Jimmy Garoppolo is a downgrade over Derek Carr, and possibly could hurt the values of Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow.
Emphasis on the word hurt.
All right. So, yeah, but I mean, he is hurt as well. But Austin Hooper and a guy by the name of Michael Mayer, both of those tight ends, I definitely see could have better years. Well, I mean, Mayer is a rookie that the Raiders did draft in the second round. And Austin Hooper didn't really do much of anything in Tennessee, but Garoppolo, as you saw in San Francisco, had a very good tight end in George Kittle and did well when he connected with Kittle. So both of these boys can possibly get some play. So we have that. We talked about
Do you mind if I borrow this for a minute?
Yep. And I mean, so you were like, yeah, this is a 1 week thing. Jamie, other than Laporta, what guy, and possibly Musgrave, would be, two decent options, don't you think, for if Kelce were to miss time? What are your thoughts?
If Kelce was to miss how long?
Time. I mean, if this was something that makes him sit maybe multiple weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, would you count on those guys to kind of carry yourself in the tight end position, or would you possibly hey, maybe throw in myself into a streamer tight end option? Would you trust those guys to plug in? Or would you just okay, let me try and stream?
I mean, I obviously, with it, if Kelce is taking some time, then the smart idea is to go the streaming route, just because we don't know what we don't know at this point. We don't know what week 1 will hold. However, I think out of the guys that we had mentioned, I think Laporta has the best chance, just because the Lions are going to be coming from behind in a lot of games. A lot of their games are going to be shootouts because they really did not address their defense as much as they would have liked to. So I think the volume will be there. So I think Laporta will be somebody that you can rely on if he's still on the waiver wire. If not, I do like the Kincaid route. I kind of like what's going on in Washington. I've seen some reports that Logan Thomas is actually trending really well and is trending to start. So he could be a sneaky pick with the upcoming schedule, because Washington, under the Eric Bieniemy scheme, aka Kansas City Chiefs scheme, will be in a lot of close games, and Sam Howell likes to throw the tight ends.
All right. I do have a question.
Well, before I get to your question, there is something I do want to bring up, because not many people talk, fantasy jargon. So kind of, for those that don't know, what I mean when I say streaming option, is basically with fantasy sports. What you do when you stream is you choose somebody different based on the matchup every week. Kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going to stream the Washington defense over, the Cardinals this
total
week. Whereas I might not be playing Washington's defense next week, and play whoever's playing against the Cardinals, depending on how things work on week one. Kind of play to the matchup, not to, okay, this guy's going to be a surefire earning points for me. I'm going to try and pick what I can week to week.
Yeah. I was just going to ask, do you think that my decision on Dalton Kincaid's a good idea?
I don't know.
Again, rookie, right?
Well, I was going to say rookie, so we don't really know. We don't know if any tweaks were made to the offense of Ken Dorsey. We don't know how week one, for everybody that is watching and playing fantasy, everyone knows week one is fucky. It is the absolute worst week other than week 18 in the NFL to kind of decide where are we going with fantasy. Because this is the kind of year, well, not even this is the kind of year, but this is the week where, like, oh my God, this guy is going to win you a championship, and he's gone. The rest of the year.
You just sounded like a Yinzer in that one.
Yeah,
boy, Kenny Pickett's hands are bigger than his cock. Yeah!
I mean, if you really, if you're a Steelers fan looking about the size of that, then go for yourself.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever works for you. But the main thing that if you want to be a successful fantasy manager in your league is definitely to exercise patience. Week 1 and week 2 are very shit feeling out. Your team is not going to solidify until about week 4. So basically, if somebody has like an off week 1, unless you find yourself like, hey, this guy's a dog in in the week 2 waiver wire, you might want to just hold on because injuries happen. Anything can happen in this league any given Sunday.
That is why the NFL stands for not for long.
Well, that's also if you're a running back. But yeah, hey, so basically, before we cut everything out, we want to go and do what we normally do every week, and get ready to decide our tankman. Who is
revving up the tanks, ladies and gentlemen?
Who is going for? Now I'm trying to remember what his name is. It's like Caleb Williams, the USC quarterback.
Yes, Caleb Williams.
All right, all right. So yeah, who is going for Caleb Williams, ladies and gentlemen? So basically, give me your tankman. So I will start off with the Cobra. You basically give me your 5-1. Yeah. All right.
Fifth worst.
And
because fifth
worst
because fuck you, Mark Davis. The Raiders.
Okay. Well, before you go for 4, 3, 2, 1, it's gonna be Cobra, Ben, Jamie, then me. Okay.
Right.
So Cobra, you're number 4.
Number 4, Carolina.
Okay. Number 3,
Arizona.
Wow, Cardinals aren't your number 1?
Nope.
Okay. Number 2,
Colts.
I think I know what your number 1 is.
Texans.
Fuck you. Yes.
Seriously, number 1 and number 2 will always intersect because 1, fuck you, Jim Irsay, and 2, it's the Texans. They always suck. So those 2 will always intersect. Those are going to be the top two suck squad.
Not gonna lie, I definitely see the Texans being better than worst, especially because the Cardinals exist. But anyway,
You can't trust an Ohio State quarterback.
facts. So Ben, give me
They're not Shane Falco.
number 5.
Carolina.
Carolina.
All right, Panthers. Number 4.
Symbol of excellence.
Denver.
Number 3.
Carolina.
You already said Carolina.
Carolina. Now.
I'm sorry, Cardinals.
Arizona. Carolina can't be with and
I mean, to be fair, the Texans did kind of like draft twice in the top 10 this year, but you know,
but that's different.
that's different.
Yes.
Number 2.
Man,
Ben's like, I don't know.
Ben
Man.
can't pick. Oh my God, this is.
I'm fluctuating between teams, and I'm not sure.
I told you how I'm doing it. I know who my top 2 suck squad are. Oh yeah, copy my notes.
Did I already say Denver?
Yes, you did.
Yes,
Number 4.
Number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, number 2, I guess will be the Rams.
Rams.
Okay, number
And
1.
then the Texans.
Wow, you got the Colts out of the top 5. Jamie!
Oh, that's what I was forgetting. Oh,
But I literally told you to copy my homework, and you literally failed.
jeez.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I meant to say. Colts. Replace the Rams with the Colts. Rams are
Rams
sick.
and Colts. All right. Now we don't have to ship your brain off in a Mayflower
All right.
truck.
Jamie,
Ugh,
number
probably gonna-
5.
So number 5, I have the Texans in the number 5 spot.
Wow,
Because, like
really?
I said, they've gotten better, and I think they're going to use the CJ Stroud train for a couple years. So I don't think they're going to be in for this year. I think they'll be mostly in for next year.
Okay, so number 5 is Texans. Number 4.
Symbol of excellence.
Number 4 will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
The Baker Mayfield train is going to have a short stop come week 7.
Okay.
The bakery is open for Baker Mayfield.
All right, number 3.
Indianapolis Colts, because it's a train wreck, and it's got one way, and it's to an early draft pick.
Brown Town.
Jim
Number
Irsay's
2.
cocaine pouch.
Number 2 will be the Rams. Stafford is going to show that he is no longer this Iron Man. He is a brittle being, along with Cooper Kupp and his leg. And
Stafford's cooked.
Yep, they're not going to win many games this year. So Sean McVay is going to look for his quarterback of the future.
Number 1.
Arizona. They may say that Kyler Murray is their team captain because he's their franchise, but Caleb Williams will be their quarterback next year.
Stay away from the Fortnite, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here comes my wonderful selection of picks.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 5.
Number 5. I am actually going to go ahead and go with the Raiders.
All right. Yep.
I have no belief in Josh McDaniels.
Obviously. 'cause
Number 4
it's symbol of excellence.
will be the Bucks. Honestly, I think the Bucks are just way too old right now. And as things showed last year, their core, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they could not stay healthy. Baker Mayfield can't hit the broadside of a barn unless he's getting off the plane. You know, basically.
And to be fair, the Buccaneers had a losing record with Tom Brady.
An aged Tom Brady.
Regardless,
okay.
Tom Brady.
Number 3 is going to be the Colts.
Fuck you, Jim Irsay.
Not gonna lie, like the Colts, yeah, they're gonna be bad this year, but there's 2 guys that are just gonna be as bad. Number 2 is going to be the Cardinals, because as much as they are working hard to tank, they are not going to be able to tank. They're going to pull an Arizona Cardinals on it. And number 1 will be the Los Angeles Rams.
Therefore, the Los Angeles Rams pull a Santonio Holmes on the tank.
Yeah. So my reason behind the Rams, if if McVay keeps his job this year,
No.
which not gonna lie, I definitely see that happening. Because the Rams, they didn't trade away this pick this year. So
if not McVay, then Cliff Kingsbury is gone.
Nope, Kingsbury's already gone.
Yeah.
In Arizona. Is replaced with Gannon. I think he was like a coordinator of the Eagles. Yeah. Which that's another can of worms that needs to be addressed. Like
only a brick wall can stop you. It's
basically all the let's go ahead and interview coaches of playoff teams. That needs to fucking stop. Coordinators. Again. Because that happened to Buffalo, that happened to Philly, that happened. That's happened with every kind of like losing kind of squad. Is their coordinator, hey, I'm going to interview for this job, and their team kind of like does not prepare or anything for it.
Yeah, again, it's Leslie Frazier as well, but still.
Well, either way, I mean, Frazier and Dorsey, interviewed, and Dable and Frazier did it the year before.
Yeah.
But that's also like, that's only coaching. The players play on the field, things like that.
Yeah.
That's, I guess your kind of argument in there for there. But again, you need to be prepared. You need to implement game plans. You need to not be distracted in the playoffs.
Facts.
Because you play the game to win, not to be the coach of a losing team next year. No. So anyway, that is our tank bin. It looks like that things are kind of getting a little bit differentiated as things start to get muddled in the bottom going into week 1. We shall see which of these teams stick around in the bottom. Now, I will say next week, if any of these teams are winners, they are not allowed to be in the bottom 5 next year or next week, gentlemen. All right.
So we're basing it off of week 1's performance.
So I'm just saying, this is going to be an ever-changing flux grouping.
All I gotta say to that argument is, Ricky,
Carolina, I know, 1-15. They won against Minnesota week 1,
and they kept losing every fucking game by a field goal.
I mean, hey. That is definitely the Cleveland Browns version of the Carolina Panthers. But again, this is the NFL, gentlemen. You play the game to win, and you gotta win. I think wasn't that who did they get that year?
Julius Peppers.
Okay, I mean that was a pretty good pickup there. So, hey, whatever.
Because that was I think that was the year of the expansion. That's the expansion draft.
No, that wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
No,
that was like 2003.
Because they, them and the Jags did pretty decent like the first 2 years almost. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Always, we are definitely always trying to do better. Be sure to to leave a review, to continue listening in, spread to your friends. The social sports fan podcast. Because we definitely looking to grow and make this a more consistent thing for you guys as this season progresses. So anything anybody wants to kind of add about these two before we go and dress everything off? Okay, well, if nobody has everything, Jamie, thank you for coming in. And for Ben and the Cobra, I am your host, Ricky, and we are both wishing you a good night,
good week,
and always
a good season.
Thank you.